guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin, and today I decided I wanted to talk about all of my food themed makeup. I don't think I've ever done a video like this, and I was just shopping my stash today, doing my makeup using some things I haven't used in a really long time, and it hit me that I was like, oh, I actually have quite a few palettes that are food themed. So I wanted to talk about it and get your guys' opinion. Do you like the food themed? Are you like, what is going on makeup and food? I don't get it, right? Well, let me know in the comments. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe, and I would love to chat with you in the comments about all things makeup. So here is the palette that we're gonna start with, and this kind of inspired this video for me. I talked about this recently in my winter eyeshadow palette recommendations video. I will leave that linked if you're interested in watching. This is the BH Weekend Vibes Blueberry Muffin palette, and I was using it again because a lot of times when I make these recommendation videos or videos like this where I'm talking about all palettes of one theme, I use them before I put them away, just to give them a little bit of love while they're out. And this was the one that I was like, oh yeah, food. And these are not ranked in any order, by the way. This palette is not available. So then I was talking to someone in the comments about BH Cosmetics and how it's like, oh, now buy Makeup Revolution. And they were like, oh, I feel like I missed the boat some. And I'm like, well, BH still exists, y'all. Their website still exists. You can buy stuff from BH. They're still doing new launches, and they do have quite a few palettes. And I told that person this is one of them, the Avocado Toast, another food themed, of course, in my collection from BH. And I said, this one's still available, I'm pretty sure. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna check it out. That's the one I've actually been wanting. I think this one was $17 on their site, $17 US when I checked. This one's really nice too, another food themed palette. The packaging makes it seem like it's gonna be a green palette, and there definitely are mostly greens in here, but there's some browns and neutrals too that you can definitely do more neutral looks if you don't want to do something green that day, but it is the same good quality as the blueberry muffin if you were looking for something that is still available from BH. And then while I was looking at BH, we have to mention, who remembers the ice cream series, the Sweet Shop series? These are not available either. I didn't get the whole kit and caboodle, like there were a bunch of monochromatic palettes in the series. I just got the pistachio one. Green and purple are my two favorite colors of eyeshadow if you're new or new-ish here. So this one I had, and this is wonderful quality too. Not all BH palettes are made equal in my opinion. Some of them are better quality than others, but those are the three food themes that I have. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it looked like the avocado was still available if you want something that you know is going to be good quality, that was released from before BH was owned by Makeup Revolution. Next up, I dug deep into the archives, you guys. I bought this I think right after I started my channel, which would have been like 2019, I think, somewhere around there, I think is when I started my channel. And this is from Tarte. I did not know anything about indie brands, you guys. I was using mainstream stuff, didn't know anything else. So Tarte, you know, I know who me, a Tarte palette, but this is food themed for sure. It is very cute. I will still admit to this day, the textured watermelon seeds, it is very nice packaging, cute theme. And this is technically the Tarte Sugar Rush, which was their like little sub brand that they did that was supposed to be, I think, a little more geared towards teens. But I thought this was really cute. It was on sale at Ulta, and it is the most neutral palette you will ever see, I think, in your life. And some of these have some little dents in the pans. So it's got eyeshadows, and then this one is a blush. I have not used this definitely in years. It still looks fine. It's got a nice mirror in it. It's a cute concept. They're not super pigmented. This is definitely, you know, much like many Tarte palettes, like a wash of color for those people who like don't want much more than a little on their eyes. Not me, right? At the time, I just didn't know what else was out there. So this is a food themed one that it just kind of is funny to make me look at what I was buying when I was first getting like more into makeup versus now, because I would never ever in a million years buy this now. Maybe I'll use it again someday just to see what the quality's like. If any of these videos I have currently existing eyeshadow like tutorials or whatever already on my channel, I'll leave it linked if you want to see them in action versus just me holding them up talking about them. But if there's anything that's like a throwback like this that you want to see me do looks with, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to film it. Next up, we have to talk about Glamlite. So Glamlite is known for their food palettes, right? I actually only have one, and it is the ice cream palette. I didn't get the cake or the taco or all of those other, I mean, they had so many, right? I don't have any of those. And I did not include the wine palette in my video. I don't know, that's not food to me. It's, you know, beverage, a little different, but they still make food and beverage related things, Glamlite. This is the ice cream palette, and I was not super impressed with this. I'm not gonna lie. These pastels, when you put them on the eye, they pretty much fade to nothing. Now, I will say the shimmers I didn't have that problem with, and these kind of deeper and neutral shades up here I didn't have a problem with. It's really just these bottom two rows of pastels that don't really show up at all on me, so it's a shame. I haven't tried a white base with them, so maybe that would help some, but just with my regular primer, yeah, they just like poof into nothing. So I don't reach for this one that much either. And I do think my newer Glamlite formulas that I've reached for and purchased, such as the Scooby-Doo collab, that might be the newest one I've bought from them, the Michaela collabs. Those pigmentation are better than this one, but they're also not pastels. So it might just be something with the pastels that Glamlite hasn't quite worked out. Next, let's talk about Too Faced. So what I have on my eyes today is the Pumpkin Spice palette. And I think we all know the ones in the tins are better quality. I haven't used this in a while, and I was actually really shocked when I reached into this at how pigmented the mattes were. The mattes were a lot better than I remember them being, surprisingly, very nice. The shimmers, extremely lackluster. I used a glitter primer to give them a little more oomph, and they're okay now, but I went in just dry initially and was like, hello, are you there? So luckily there's only 5 shimmers in this palette and the rest are mattes. So you can definitely go fall vibes. I did more of the like pinky purple situation today. Can go green. So it's got some different seasons to it, but this one, like, I don't know, I used it again today and was like, this is nice. Like, I talk a lot of crap about like Urban Decay and Too Faced and these mainstream brands when it comes to their eyeshadows, but this one was pretty good. Again, the shimmers, not so much, but I can take a single shadow if I really wanted to from an indie brand to pair with these mattes to really amp it up. This one was nice. The other one from Too Faced I have that is food themed. Oh, let's talk about throwback. The chocolate bar palette. I actually never got this when this originally released. I got this at TJ Maxx. It is another of these tins. Might be like their original one, right? But it is a wash of gray brown, basically, right? I have used this on my channel. If I can find the video, I'll leave it linked. And I was shocked when I used this on my channel how many people were like, oh my gosh, I love your makeup. I mean, this is, people joke right now about the circa 2016 makeup coming back, right? This is, I feel like, even older than that, isn't it? Like, do these boxes say what year this stuff came out? Probably not. But I'm pretty sure this was like even before 2016, no? Like 14, 15, something like that when these were originally released. But yeah, it still has a scent. It's less chocolate and a little more chemically now, but the shadows look fine. And some of these shimmers are pretty nice. I don't know if you can see the reflect, but these shimmers I almost think are better than the pumpkin spice one, which I don't know, they're just different. This formula is a little bit different than that one. This again is a neutral Nelly. Like, I don't know if I would really wear this anymore. The pumpkin spice one, I'm thinking about pulling that out again because it does have some nice like greens and autumn shades, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you use mainstream eyeshadows? Let me know. I'm talking the Urban Decays, the Too Faced, that type of shadow, or are you more of an indie person, or do you do drugstore, or do you do a combination of all of them like me? Let me know in the comments, I would love to know. Next up from Jaclyn Cosmetics is the Strawberry Feels palette. Got this one, it was half off, very nice packaging. This is all raised up, the strawberry here. And I've used this a couple times and the mattes are really nice. The shimmers are okay. They're not my favorite, but there's only 2 of them. It's mostly mattes. This is a very monochromatic, like, you're pretty much getting a one-toned look with this unless you pull something else in, and I knew that when I got it, which is why I waited till it was half off. But the mattes are very buttery and very, very soft and blendable, so it is nice for a soft strawberry look. And the white, that white is really nice for the inner corner if you want a pigmented white. So I do enjoy this one for what it is. And now some indie brands. So I would be remiss if I did not discuss the Sugar Drizzle Pickle Palette. Paint me green and call me a pickle because I'm dealing with you. Eyeshadow palette. This, I think, is my first purchase from Sugar Drizzle, and it just made me laugh so hard. I believe Teresa's Dead is the one that was talking about this, and I heard about it. And here she is. She's pretty shifty, as you can see. Like, some of them look different dead on than when they do when you have them to the side. This has just, you know, funny names. This has some great names too. Fried pickles, dill pickles, pickle juice, in a pickle. Like, it's just really fun here. And I love that. I am somebody who really loves the theming of stuff. And maybe that's why I have so many food themes. I like the theming of stuff. The color story has to match though. I won't buy it if it's just a food I like and the color story doesn't also excite me. But this is probably my favorite of all of these. Ooh, this one and the other Sugar Drizzle, I'd say, of all these food themed ones, if I like had to rank them. The other one, I don't know if it classifies, but it's the Pizza Kitty. I figured, look at all this food. We've got burgers, we've got pizza, we've got fries, we've got a hot dog, that it could qualify in the food video, right? Because it's Pizza Kitty, Taco Cat, space burger, space fries, space dog, like all to do with the food and cats. And hello, if that's not me in a palette, what is? Food and cats. What is life? You know what I mean? So this is an all shimmer palette. I have this one rated in my top 5 all shimmer palettes ever. And it's kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the packaging, like the design is just all over the place, but I love it partially because of that. I don't know what that is. And the very last palette of today's video, the Give Me Glow Sweet and Sticky. This is little like sticky buns, cinnamon buns all over it. And this is back when they were doing the huge pans. But this, you can get some really nice holiday looks with this, honestly. Just really, really nice shimmers. This, an amazing highlighter, and yeah, another really nice matte formula, even though it's really neutral. I had quite a few neutral palettes in this video, didn't I? So yeah, guys, that's all my food themed makeup. What do you think about this topic? Do we care what the theme is of the eyeshadow palette, or are you just looking at the formula and the color story at the end of the day? I don't seek out in particular food themed makeup, but it just so happened that all of the color stories and stuff, I guess, agreed with me on these, that I ended up with this many food themed makeup palettes. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to click the thumbs up, the like button if you did like it, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!